there was another premiere today, right after Gotham, on a different station called Scorpion. This is not as dark as Gotham. However, it was actually a really good show. I would recommend it. It's about a bunch of geniuses that they already kind of work together, but they're pulled in by the Defense Department Homeland Security in the first episode to help recover 54 planes or 56 planes that are flying over LAX that don't have no longer have communication capabilities, so they can't land, and if they don't land, they're eventually going to run out of stuff, right? So these geniuses have to figure out how to fix everything real quick, and they have geniuses of all kinds of. I don't know what the main guy character stuff is like, what his exact ability is, but he seems to be just an overall genius.
He's like a George Washington, can pull all the people together.
Yeah, but he's also a smart guy. He writes the software. He thinks of a bunch of plans all the time. He comments at one point. Someone says "Oh, so you think you're like Einstein, right?" It's like Einstein had an IQ of 182. I have an IQ of 197.
By the way, IQ tests don't really mean a thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But there's him. There's a super mathematical guy. There's this woman that's great with electronics and just that kind of hard tech stuff. And there's a psychologist guy in there, which was kind of interesting because it seemed like it was mostly science-y engineering stuff, but no, it's a psychologist guy, super genius. And a kid, because, you got to throw a kid in there.
You got to throw a kid in there. You got to have the obligatory kid.
Yeah, but it made a little bit more sense because they explained that the main guy started in his way of life and dealing with this kind of stuff as a kid. He was picked up as a kid by the Homeland Security guy, who ends up bringing them back in. Who there's a little tension there because of the way that they used him previously. But there's a lot of tense suspense there. There's a few cliche moments, but it's handled fairly well, and it's cool to see them figure out many different ways to solve a problem and come down to the wire and struggle. And they go over a little bit of the downfall of a lot of geniuses. Rather than just these guys are geniuses, they all each have a flaw that's particular to a genius. They have social problems. One guy is super OCD. He can't even work on saving all these people's lives that's in imminent danger without organizing some chalk. Things like that.
So it's kind of a lighthearted, crime beater, it's kind of like a Sherlock, but you have a bunch of them together, and they go about solving problems in a unique Sherlock type way.
Yeah, but they do show they do have these dark sides. It is sometimes very detrimental to them. Not just that they live with it, because they actually had trouble living with these problems and getting jobs done, but they pull together and they are able to do it, and they get some outside help pressure that helps them kind of balance out and just deal with these problems to help save people.
So you're giving that your endorsement there, huh?
I do, and if it keeps up this way, that means you might need to reserve a little extra time, because you can watch Gotham at 8, you can watch Scorpion at 9. So.
Well, there you go. But I have football also, so I don't know. But yeah, so hit us up if you watch Scorpion. What do you think? If you watch both of them, what do you think? Which one was better? Of course, Gotham. It's cool. That's what I watched. It's cool.
I think it's going to depend on what you were looking for, because Scorpion does have some tense moments and everything, but it's definitely not as imminently dark of a feeling. It's suspenseful and things like that,
happier.
But it's not as
it has a happy ending, whereas Gotham doesn't look like it's going to have a happy ending for a long time. But hit us up. Let us know what you thought. Comments down below, of course, at What's My Face on Twitter, what'smyface@gmail.com, and Google Plus and Facebook. All good ways to get a hold of us. So that takes us.